Okay, geek, so the PlayStation VR reviews have come in and it will be released soon. So what are my thoughts on it, and what about VR just in general? So if you haven't seen it, the PlayStation VR, it's more of like, VR for the masses, okay? However, not really for the general mass. And what I mean by general masses is affordable. For example, you can get a Samsung VR headset for about $99, but there's a huge difference between that one and the PlayStation VR. Now for the PlayStation VR, just for the headset alone, it is $399, and if you wanted the camera and the Move controllers with it, you're going to spend another $100 for $500. And that's definitely going to be beyond the reach of most general consumers. However, what are you actually getting versus the high end like the HTC Vive and Oculus Rift? So from what I can tell, the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive, they do offer better resolutions, and they're actually more powerful, but not by much. So I think the value proposition for the PlayStation VR is the simple fact that most people already have a PlayStation 4, and so it is a lot more accessible to more people. And then just looking at some of the games and the reviews on the PlayStation VR, I thought they looked pretty good. You know, they weren't any worse than the HTC Vive or the Oculus Rift. And the one that impressed me most visually was the Batman VR experience by Rocksteady Games. That one looked really, really cool. However, with all of that, I really still think that VR in its current state is just not ready for the masses. And the reason why is the same reasons that VR has not become big, even though it's been talked about for years and years, for decades actually. And the reasons that I see it is that, number one, it's not a need. Nobody really needs VR. And then number two, the whole price point thing, it's just not ready for that. And then technologies-wise, they still need to work things out, such as people getting dizzy while they're playing, or extended playing time, or even all the wires that you have to have. So I think the PlayStation VR is heading in the right direction, but I think more people are looking for options like the Samsung VR, or even the new Google Daydream VR. So once the price of technology comes down to a level of the Daydream VR or the Samsung VR where people can afford it, I think it'll be more popular at that point. And also, most importantly, is that when the games that are developed really take advantage of it and also give a reason for people to choose VR over a normal game. So those are my thoughts on the PlayStation VR and just VR in general. If you had any ideas or thoughts, leave them in the comments below. And don't forget, I am on Snapchat at Geek Outdoors.